Hi everyone! Have you ever wondered why we think the way we do today? Well, that's where modern philosophy comes in. Unlike the old school thinkers who focused on big metaphysical ideas, modern philosophy dives into reason, science, and human experience. It's all about questioning the world, challenging traditions, and figuring out what truth really means. From rationalism and empiricism to existentialism and postmodernism, modern philosophy has shaped everything from politics and education to how we see ourselves. So, if you've ever asked, what's the meaning of life? Or how do we know what's real? Congrats! You are already thinking like a philosopher. Stick around and explore some of the fascinating ideas that continue to shape our world today.
So, we have three philosophies, and I will discuss first the perennialism. So, perennialism is a way of thinking about education that says there are certain truths and ideas that never change, no matter how the world changes. So it's like saying that some lessons like how to think critically or what makes a good life are always important to learn no matter when or where you live. So the idea is that students should focus learning these timeless ideas which have been around for hundreds or even thousands of years. It's not about learning what's new or trendy, but about understanding what has always been important. So here are some examples of perennialism. First is a Socratic method, encouraging critical thinking through asking or answering questions, which has been a core educational practice since ancient Greece. Next, studying literature, reading works like the Iliad, the Odyssey, or Shakespeare plays to understand universal themes such as love, honor, and justice. Third is the teaching moral philosophy, focusing on timeless ethical questions like what is good about life or what is justice. These are ideas that philosophers have explored for centuries and are seen as important for students to understand. So in conclusion, perennialism is about teaching a big ideas that have lasted for centuries and will continue to be important in the future.
Princess, and today let's talk about something important in education, and that's progressivism. And don't worry, I'll explain it in a simple way. Progressivism is a teaching philosophy that focuses on learning by doing. Instead of just memorizing facts, students are encouraged to explore, ask questions, and solve real-life problems. This idea is that education should prepare students for the real world. For example, instead of just reading about plants, students can plant seeds and observe how they grow. In a progressive classroom, the teacher isn't just someone who gives answers. They act more like a guide or facilitator who helps students to discover things on their own. Alright class, imagine we have a plant. What do you think will happen if we don't water it? I think the plant will dry up and maybe die? Good answer. Now, what if we water it regularly and give it sunlight? Oh, the plant will grow healthy and strong. Exactly. See? We're learning through experience. This is what progressivism is all about. Learning by doing and discovering things for ourselves. Progressivism believes that education should help students become critical thinkers and problem solvers. It's all about learning skills that we can use in real life. And that's progressivism, learning by doing and discovering. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. Bye!
Now, let's proceed to the humanism of modern world. Have you ever wondered what it means to be a humanist in today's world? Let's explore the concept of humanism in modern philosophy and see how it shapes our thinking and actions. Now, let's proceed to the question of what is humanism. Humanism is a philosophy that places human beings at the center of thought and concern. It focuses on personal growth and self-improvement. Unlike ideologies that rely heavily on divine or supernatural beliefs, modern humanism emphasizes reason, ethics, and potential of humanity to solve problems and improve society. Now, let's have a brief historical context about humanism. Humanism isn't entirely new. It traces back to the Renaissance when scholars shifted focus from religious dogma to human potential and achievement. Thinkers like Erasmus and Leonardo da Vinci celebrated human creativity and intellect. However, Francisco Petrarch is often considered the father of humanism for his dedication to classical literature and belief in human potential. His works inspired a revival of Greek and Roman ideas, laying the groundwork for modern humanism. Then let's fast forward to the Enlightenment era and humanism evolved further. Philosophers like Voltaire and John Locke promoted reason, liberty, and equality. This shift laid the foundation for the modern understanding of humanism. Now that we know the history and meaning of humanism, let's tackle the key principles of modern humanism. First is the reason over dogma. Modern humanists rely on logic, critical thinking, and scientific evidence to understand the world. For example, a humanist supports scientific advancement in medicine and technology that improve lives. Second is ethical responsibility. Morality isn't dictated by religious beliefs. Instead, humanists believe in fostering compassion, empathy, and justice. For instance, supporting charitable organizations that work to reduce poverty and inequality reflects humanist values. The third one is human rights and dignity. Everyone deserves respect and the opportunity to live a fulfilling life, regardless of race, gender, or background. Advocacy for LGBTQ+ rights, gender equality, and social justice are common humanist actions. Fourth is the personal fulfillment. Humanists encourage people to find meaning through personal growth and relationship and contributing to society. Pursuing creative hobbies, lifelong learning, or community involvement are examples of principle in this action. Now next is secular outlook. While respecting individual beliefs, humanism generally promotes a worldview that is independent of religious influence. Many humanists engage in interfaith dialogues to promote mutual understanding and tolerance. Now, if you are questioning, why does humanism matter today? Let me answer your question. In a world facing challenges like climate change, social inequality, and technological advancement, humanist principles provide a valuable guide. Whether it's supporting educational reform, advocating for marginalized community, or simply making ethical choices in your daily life, humanism offers a thoughtful and empowering approach. Let's remember, humanism is more than a philosophical concept, it's a way of engaging with the world. By embracing reason, empathy, and commitment to human dignity, we can work together to build a more compassionate and just a society.
Perennialism, Progressivism, and Humanism are three major educational philosophies that shape teaching and learning approaches. Perennialism emphasizes timeless knowledge, focusing on classical works, critical thinking, and intellectual discipline to develop rational individuals. It promotes a structured and teacher-centered approach to education. Progressivism, on the other hand, is student-centered and advocates for experiential learning, problem-solving, and real-world application. This philosophy encourages active participation, collaboration, and adaptability to societal changes. It prioritizes nurturing learning environment where students are encouraged to explore their interests and develop their full potential. In conclusion, this philosophy offers diverse perspective on education, each with unique strength and application. A balanced educational approach may incorporate elements from all three philosophies to create well-rounded learning experience. Teachers should consider student needs, societal demand, and educational goals when applying these philosophies. By integrating various principles, educators can provide meaningful and effective instruction that prepares students for both academic success and personal fulfillment.